The Africa Rising Movement Sierra Leone commemorated African Liberation Day at the Council of Churches Sierra Leone Hall in Freetown, uniting voices from various organizations to advocate for a more unified and borderless African continent. This year's theme, Borderless Africa, resonates strongly among speakers and attendees, all eager to highlight the benefit of free movement across the continent. The event featured prominent figures including Mohamed Sandi, Advocacy and Communication Officer at Forut, Abdoulaye Darami, National Coordinator of the Network of Ex-Asylum Seekers, Sierra Leone, Brema Mansare, Sponsorship and Program Manager at ActionAid Sierra Leone, Abigail Stevens, Executive Director of Center for Coordination of Youth Activities, and Mohamed Relix Bangura, Public Relations Officer of the Pan-African Coalition. Each speaker passionately called for dismantling of visa restrictions that hinder movement and collaboration among African nations.
So basically, the African Liberation Day, for some of you we don't know, a significant day is a significant day in the struggle for African liberation. We must show collective action on this occasion for the things that matter to us as African people. African Liberation Day started in 1963. More than 2/3 of the continent had achieved independence. On the 25th of that year, leaders of the 2/3 independent African states met to form the Organization of African Unity, where they call OAU. It was during this meeting that Africa Freedom Day was declared. For us as a movement, Africans Rising is a Pan-African movement of peoples and organizations of over 5,000 people and organizations working for unity, justice, peace, and dignity. We are determined to foster an Africa-wide solidarity and unity of purpose of the peoples of Africa to build the future we want. A right to peace, social inclusion, and shared prosperity. Africans Rising amplifies broad demand, connecting struggles, building solidarity, and cooperation within and amongst campaign for social, economic, environmental, and gender justice.
On this African Liberation Day, Foundation for Rural and Urban Transformation join hands with millions of people across the continent to honor the legacy of liberation, struggles, and recommit to the unfinished work of creating a true, free, and just united Africa. The 2025 theme, which says Borderless Africa, calls to envision a continent where artificial colonial borders no longer divides us, where unity is not just symbol, but practical, political, and economic. It is a call for decolonization, not just our institutions, but our immigrations. The voice of the people is rising.
Last year we get a lot of deportation back. We come up in Poland, they say pushback. Pushback, you know, which way it starts, it confuses me. We cannot say, now people there, where they say either the best and as they pass through and they go other country, it's a foreign country, and from there, from the position, they carry them back there. And Sierra Leone, therefore, carry them. So they begin to call them, begin to meet them. Some of them are in Sri Lanka, other countries, you know. And they go to the hotel from there, we begin to trace this pushback. So that's all they will do, that of we passports there, we document where they go to foreigners, you know. So we have for me, normally they speak out on this area.
The theme where African Rising bring camp for this year, where it's very, very important. We want to see especially young people then for take action. This is not the term for let we take action, not to the time for say let we wait. And the Pan-African Coalition, we dey in solidarity, we support wetin dey ongoing in Burkina Faso, and we stand with Ibrahim Traoré. Ibrahim Traoré don show we say the lies wey we dey go on in Africa say you go for wait 10 years or 50 years before you develop the country. That lie dey, Ibrahim Traoré don change am. Ibrahim Traoré don show we say we will get freedom, we will control the minerals the way we get. We will feed the African brothers and sisters. We will take care of the brothers within our university. We will create jobs for ourselves. So that barrier is the way they put say we as an African, we don't forget freedom. Even Traoré don't show and say no.
As an African, we believe on ourselves, and the Pan-African Coalition will stand on that.
Today, on Memories of African Liberation Day, we come together not only to commemorate our past, but to confront the urgent struggles of our present. We stand on the shoulders of giants who fought for Africa's political independence, and it is now our collective duty to carry forward that legacy by fighting for climate justice and gender justice as inseparable pillars of our continued liberation. The climate crisis is not a distant threat. It is here, it is now, from devastating flood in Mozambique to prolonged drought in the Horn of Africa. The continent is bearing the brunt of a crisis it did little to cause. And in this climate-induced hardship, it is African women and girls, particularly in rural and marginalized communities, who suffer most, yet contribute little to this problem.
The event concluded with a commitment from attendees and advocates for policies that facilitate the free movement of people across Africa, reinforcing the notion that unity and collaboration are vital for the continent's progress. The Africa Rising Movement Sierra Leone continues to champion these ideas, fostering a community focused on breaking down barriers and promoting a brighter future for all Africans. For Star TV News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.